You know the saying, get woke, go broke. And no one is chewing on that bitter life lesson today more than the now fired Daily Show host, Trevor Noah. His witless woke humor savaged the Daily Show's ratings, and now he's paying the price. And we're not just going to see how Trevor Noah has fallen. By the end of this video, we're going to see precisely how and why woke entertainment as a whole is imploding as well.
I mean, anytime a new technology has been invented, it has quickly been used to harass people. You know, right after man discovered fire, creeps were probably like, awesome, now I can show my dick to strangers at night. And what I don't understand is how Facebook couldn't weed out these people before they get into the metaverse. How are these people even getting into the metaverse? Like, think about it. Facebook has information on everybody. I actually feel like I know where this is going, though. You know, they're going to say, well, we tried making avatars without bottoms, and that didn't work, so maybe we should try one where nobody has tops either. It's going to be just faces, like a book of faces.
Well, you could see why he was fired. He's not very funny. And to make it even worse, he repeatedly tried to go fully woke.
Oh, yeah. We got transgender people. We got gay people of color. What? America's legislature's on their way from turning from Mad Men into Pose. And it's so inspiring that after so many years, the LGBTQ community will finally have an opportunity to get their legislation blocked by Mitch McConnell. And having the first 2 openly gay black members of Congress is amazing. I mean, except for all the straight members who are always going to be trying to set them up together. So you know who else is gay and black?
Yeah, well, once again, as you can see, going woke didn't help him either. If anything, it only made this train wreck of a career even worse. Even President Trump had to chime in here. He took to Truth Social and wrote, quote, Trevor Noah was a waste of time, no talent, no anything. Jon Stewart was only slightly better, but highly overrated. Comedy Central should focus on comedy and not politics because they're not very good at it. If these characters ever went neutral or conservative, they double and triple up the ratings, but nobody's figured that out except moi. Congratulations to John Nolte for his unique brilliance and insight. John Nolte is the fellow who wrote the piece for Breitbart exposing how Trevor Noah single-handedly decimated the ratings for The Daily Show. Took it from an average of 1.3 million viewers per night when he originally took over 7 years ago to little more than 360,000 today. It represents a 75% ratings implosion. Noah, by any measure, is a disaster. He wasn't funny. He wasn't entertaining. But, by golly, he was woke. And that's why the lamestream media always gave him a pass. Well, they gave him more than a pass. They treated him as Hollywood royalty. Look at this headline from just a couple of years ago. From pain and tragedy to global empire, how Trevor Noah became the busiest man in comedy. Yeah. The busiest comedian destroying his audience. I guess that's what they meant. Or this one. Gosh. Trevor Noah's wit is an effective weapon against white supremacy and defense of police violence. Yikes. I mean, I could go on and on. You get the idea. As long as you're woke, the media will love you. You literally can do no wrong. And gang, that's why I go out of my way to support media and businesses that are owned by patriots who love faith, family, and freedom. And no one does that like the one and only patriot, Mike Lindell. And I especially love his brand new Mike Coffee. You can get Mike's Coffee delivered right to your front door. It comes in a variety of flavors, ground or whole bean, plus it's certified organic and non-GMO. And the best part is I know that with every single sip, I'm supporting a true patriot who's fighting for freedom, and you can do the same. Click on that link below or go to mystore.com and use code Turley for 25% off. That applies to all their products at mystore.com. So make sure to click on that link below or go to mystore.com and use code Turley for 25% off. You know, the irony in all this gushing media coverage is that it's precisely this wokeism that the media protects and promotes. It's precisely why so many viewers have been turning off The Daily Show. There have been a number of articles published over the last several months exploring this torturous trend of woke comedians and precisely why woke comedy is so unfunny. In short, woke comedy fails because the point of it is not to make us laugh, but to lecture us about what we ought to believe. You see, great comedy teaches us not through lectures, but through laughter. This has been the hallmark in the Western tradition, going all the way back to the ancient Greeks, where classical comedy provided keen insights into society. The ancient Greek play Lysistrata by Aristophanes, it's one of the funniest things you'll read. It masterfully overturns Greek stereotypes about women. Or in our own day, one of my favorites is a scene from Stanley Kubrick's Dr. Strangelove, where the US and Soviet Russia have destroyed themselves, and this character in a wheelchair, Dr. Strangelove, suggests a plan for preserving humanity that involves a select human breeding stock to form a supreme race. Take a look.
There will be no shocking memories, and the prevailing motion will be one of nostalgia for those left behind, combined with a spirit of bold curiosity for the adventure ahead.
As you can see, he's doing everything he can, to suppress his right arm from making the Nazi salute. He refers to the President of the United States half the time as Mein Führer, right? What's the point of it? Dr. Strangelove represents the fact that fascism isn't dead. It's just been confined to a wheelchair. And if we're not careful, it can stand up and rear its ugly head over us all over again. And that's exactly what happens at the end of the scene. Dr. Strangelove rises from his wheelchair and declares, Mein Führer, I can walk, I can walk. It's a very clever, very profound life lesson that the threat of fascism has never left us. And of course, the insane irony is that with the rise of woke cancel culture, boy, is that warning more important now than ever. But the important point here is this. How did Dr. Strangelove teach us that? By lecturing us? By virtue signaling us? No, it taught us through laughter, not through lectures. That's what's great about great comedy. But you see, woke comedy can't do this. Woke comedy is bitter. It's angry. It's divisive. And ultimately, it scorns and disdains the very audience it's directed to. So obviously, woke comedy was always doomed to fail. Indeed, it fails so miserably that more and more are coming to the conclusion that there's simply no such thing as actual woke comedy. It's a contradiction in terms. If the point is to lecture rather than laugh, there's nothing comedic about it. That is why it's not just Trevor Noah who's fallen. The whole of the woke entertainment industry is imploding. It's all collapsing. Look at the disaster for late night television. The one and only Johnny Carson, who I loved. I loved Carson. I can't even begin to imagine how many Tonight shows I've watched as a teenager, okay? Johnny Carson alone could easily score 9 million viewers in a single night. In fact, nearly 20 million people watched his Tonight Show farewell. Now, by comparison, if Carson was getting 9 million viewers in a single night, you ready for this? As of 2017, after all these late night hosts went woke, late night viewership of ABC, CBS, and NBC combined barely broke 4 million viewers total. Colbert gets a couple of million a night, not even that anymore. Kimmel and Fallon just around 1 million. Kimmel, Fallon, and Colbert combined cannot bring in the viewership that Johnny Carson was able to do all by himself. And by the way, that would go for Jay Leno as well. He was bringing about 6 million viewers all on his own on any given evening. Things are now so bad for late night television that the total combination of all three late night shows, the total combination of viewership, is basically what Jay Leno could have gotten on his own. And it doesn't even come close to what Carson got. The viewership for one night of Carson could beat the viewership for all three late night TV shows today combined. That's how bad late night television viewership has plummeted. And it continues to plummet. All signs suggest that the three late night television shows will not even be getting 1 million viewers in the very near future. But it's not just late night television. As Trevor Noah shows, it's the whole of woke entertainment. It's all imploding, which means nothing less than this bizarre era of wokeness appears to be collapsing once and for all. As always, make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. You will definitely want to check out my latest video on Bill Maher humiliating Kamala Harris as the woke left shatters. You're not going to want to miss that. So make sure to click on the link, and I'll see you over there. God bless.